Many of the CCs have put out videos this morning documenting the construction of the Puerto Rico, and quite frankly, it appears that this is not as obtainable as you would think. It was played off that way, that it would be easy to do directives and complete this mission. However, that's not what's going to happen. Many of the other CCs have gone through some of these missions. I'm not even going to bother to try. But one of the things to point out, if you hadn't seen it, is look at some of the requirements under each of these missions. You'll find that you can't accomplish several of them at the same time because they are hidden behind requiring certain ships, certain tiers, certain nations, and you can't knock off seemingly one that coincides with the other. So far, yesterday, had the day off, and I was grinding snowflakes, playing my Gorizia, and it managed to knock off the first directive, which really was not that hard. But as you can see, after a day of playing, there's still a lot of items still left on here. But that's not really the point. Going back here to the dockyard. That's not the dockyard. Back to the dockyard. You'll be able to see here that I had already unlocked the additional boosters, and with the free booster, and also unlocked via the directive the shipbuilding tokens in order to unlock the first stage. Well, this is where it puts me before the construction actually starts on a minute-by-minute basis. Stage 4, this is how many points I have, 19 million, and the Puerto Rico requires 51,300,000 points. Now, what it does not show you, unfortunately, is it shows you how many days you have to complete the ship, but it does not show you at the rate that you will be constructing the ship how long it will actually take you. Will you meet the deadline? However, let's use this as a judge, for judgment of how long this will take. You can see all these 200 ship tokens, or shipbuilding, 300, 300, 350, 350, 350, 350. It keeps going up and up and up. And again, if you look at the directives, you're going to see how difficult it is to finish those directives and how short of a period of time that you will have to actually do it. Well, I don't think this ship is going to be attainable. And that includes me having the holidays off, a couple more days of work this month, and then I basically have 2 weeks. I really don't want to spend all that time doing it. I do have a pile of doubloons sitting around. As much as I hate to do this, these are doubloons I've piled up over the last several years' Christmas events, which actually allowed you to receive doubloons for ships that you received as duplicates in the containers. And as you note, this year they changed that too, which kind of made me mad, which made me not spend any money this year, to be honest with you. Not much, because I used to buy the crates having all the ships, and I would receive ships because you'd still get awarded the ships, but you would get doubloons instead. So I stockpiled these things, but believe me, I spent a lot of money doing it. So it's not like I got those doubloons for free. Well, now they have said in the past that they consider that a problem, and they have stopped giving ships this year if you have already every single ship, if you already have every ship that is on that list, which I do. So no doubloons for you. Well, what that means, unfortunately, for wargaming is no money for you this year. So based on last year's and the prior several years, I don't know, wargaming would call it farming doubloons, and how this event seems to be going, and how it's going to go, how the directives are going to play out, and how much time involved, I'm going to just hit this button and see what happens. Building completion. This is what I get for the rest of the stages. Note there's steel in there, but still, it's a lot of doubloons. I've already spent 24,000. Here's another 35. And the ship is going to complete. Now the big question is, construction starts in 3 days. Is this ship going to be in my port now? Or is the ship going to be placed later? Let's see what happens. Well, there she is. She's actually there. I just saved myself about 2 weeks of grinding and madness. As it is, I'm done with ranked because the awards just aren't there. The exclusive rewards aren't there. There's no point. No point in wasting flags and wasting time to obtain something that you can get with steel these days. I got enough of that for now. So that is how the Puerto Rico event shakes out. And pressing that little button and just having that ship right now is probably going to bring a whole bunch of comments, I'm sure, if I take this into battle. Well, I guess so be it.